Banjo-Kazooie is iconic. Back in the day it was hyped up a lot. There were commercials about the game, one by Fruit by the Foot. I think there was one with Keebler cookies as well. Enter N to win.
Come on, dude. Just chill. No, this is what? Look, homeboy, you'll play when my turn's over. But you've been playing for 62 years.
Now you can play Nintendo 64 longer than ever. With Fruit by the Foot's new game tips, 90 tips to help you reach new levels and beyond. And 64 game tips from Fruit by the Foot. Your games go on and on and on.
Bob, you're killing me.
Whoa! Mr. Keebler?
Dude?
And Banjo-Kazooie of Nintendo 64 at your door.
Hello?
We're looking for a magic puzzle piece.
Like that one?
Exactamundo! That's one fast little dude.
Eddie, wait!
You can help Banjo-Kazooie find the magic puzzle piece or other things by scratching the square on the game piece inside Keebler packages. You could even win a Nintendo 64 home entertainment center. Bummer, we're not eligible.
I have fond memories of it. In fact, it was a reason I wanted to get a Nintendo 64. It took a while, but my parents finally got my brother and I an N64, but we had to wait for a game. When we were able to get a game, we got Banjo-Kazooie. So now that you know my history, let's talk about the game. Banjo-Kazooie is an adventure platforming game. It falls under the collectathon label so many have given these types of games. Many people find that annoying, but this game does it pretty well. You have multiple moves and many worlds to explore inside a hub area. Now for the story. The story begins with the witch Gruntilda. Gruntilda is in her lair and speaking with her cauldron. She asks who is the prettiest of all, and it turns out to be Banjo's sister, Tooty. You can already see where they got the ideas for such a game. To make a long story short, or a short story short, Gruntilda goes after Tooty and catches her. It is then up to Banjo and Kazooie to traverse Gruntilda's castle and get Tooty back. The first thing that needs to be done is to learn all of the moves. So I go around and learn all of the moves that are learnable within Spiral Mountain, making sure I don't collect any of the Honeycomb pieces. That is for later. I also collect a life in the waterfall and a life after to get me the In Spiral Mountain Fields Are Green achievement. As soon as I enter Gruntilda's castle... I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. Nah, I'm kidding. I just wanted to save. So with that achievement out of the way, I continue on and grab the first Jiggy. After grabbing the Jiggy, I head on over to Mumbo's mountain and put the puzzle piece in the jigsaw area to open it up. Each level will be pretty much the same. Collect all the notes, collect all Mumbo tokens, lives, and get every move available. Again, making sure not to collect the honeycombs. There isn't anything too notable to pay attention to here. I did miss 3 notes and it took me a moment to find them, but I know Banjo-Kazooie pretty well, so it wasn't a problem. Getting to Mumbo and having him transform me into the termite gets me the Banjo the Termite achievement. Getting all of the lives gets me the Surrounded by Sea achievement. I exit and grab the Jiggy above the entrance to Mumbo's mountain, then head towards the first note door and unlock it to get the Banjo achievement. Talk to Gruntilda to get some questions answered for Furnace Fun later. Open Treasure Trove Cove and then head towards the cauldron to activate it and grab the Mumbo token behind it. After doing that, I head towards Treasure Trove Cove, but make a stop to activate a second cauldron and grab a Mumbo token. Once I finished that, I went directly to Treasure Trove Cove, getting to the area and jumping into the chest to enter it. Treasure Trove Cove went pretty smoothly, as expected. Being familiar with the game so much makes it an easy path for everything. There isn't much to be said about Treasure Trove Cove. All the Jiggies are pretty easily found. The notes are out in the open as well. Maybe the hardest items to find in the level are the Mumbo tokens and extra lives. However, I did find all of the Mumbo tokens. The lives were the issue. I didn't realize I didn't get them all. Then it was pointed out by my brother, Cajun Kishi, that I was missing that achievement. I come back to Treasure Trove Cove after realizing that. Anyway, I end up getting 9 lives here, getting me the Lives Collector achievement. I also go as high as I can go to get the To Infinity and Beyond achievement.
To infinity and beyond!
After doing everything that I thought I needed to do in Treasure Trove Cove, it was time to say bye and head out to Clanker's Cavern. So I unlocked Clanker's Cavern and headed on over there. The first thing I need to do is go towards Clanker and free him before running out of air. I do that and the achievement didn't pop. Well, I should have looked at it closer. I'm supposed to do that from when I first meet Clanker. Oh well, I'll get it after I'm done with most things. There isn't a ton to be said of most levels, so the highlights here are that I pretty much just needed to find out where the lives are. I remembered where they were at without looking it up, so bonus points for that. Getting all the lives gets me the Inside Clanker's Spinning Fast achievement. So I open up Bubblegloop Swamp and go back to Treasure Trove Cove. I need to find all of the lives. Fortunately, I remembered where they were all at here as well. One is by the Shark Island on a crate, one is further out and up the mountainside going from the entrance. Finally, the final one is located out further from the 2 chests past the many pillars. Dive into the water in between the pathway leading out towards the spiral pillar. This gets me the Treasure Trove Cove's Got a Treasure Hunt achievement. I open up the 180 note door getting me the Kazooie achievement. Then I go on my way to the next note door, the 260 note door, which gets me the flute achievement. I then get to go to Bubblegloop Swamp, my favorite. The highlights of Bubblegloop Swamp are a bit more than the previous areas. Bubblegloop Swamp itself isn't that difficult, but a nuisance. I go to transform into a crocodile and instead transform into a washing machine, giving me the Banjo the Washer achievement. I then get transformed into a crocodile, which gives me the Banjo the Crocodile achievement. I saved Mr. Vile for last. I wanted to make sure I got all notes and other jiggies first. While going around collecting all that I could, I got all of the lives. This gives me the Bubblegloop Turtle Choir is Swelling achievement. After collecting all that I needed, it is time to go up against Mr. Vile. There are 3 rounds to him, each getting a little more challenging. First, you must eat more reds than him. Then, you need to eat more reds than him and avoid the yellows. Finally, you need to switch off between eating red and yellow every 10 seconds. You have 60 seconds to eat more than him. There is rubber banding during this time as well. If you eat more than him, he speeds up. If you have eaten less, he goes slow. Use whatever strategy works best for you. However, just winning a set of 3 doesn't grant you the achievement you want. There is a second set to this, and you must do this without the running shoes. I made sure not to unlock it just because I wanted to make sure I get the achievement. Also, the second set is somewhat harder. If you lose, he'll take a bite out of you and take a life. The final round is the most notable one. Instead of red and yellow being swapped every 10 seconds, it's about every 5 seconds or so. However, I won all 6 rounds without an issue. It was awesome. Beating him in this way gets me the God tier achievement. So it's the same thing again. Wait, I go to unlock Freezeezy Peak and break a boulder. Looks like I have to go back to Bubblegloop and transform to the crocodile. Again. If I'd done this earlier, I would have saved some time. Oh well. After transforming, I go back to where I broke the boulder and find Cheeto, which gives me a code, Blue Eggs. This gives me the I'm the Egg Cheater achievement. So I carry on and break a webbing revealing and activating a cauldron. Then I open up the 350 note door to get the Violin achievement. I then go to unlock Gobi's Valley and finally enter Freezeezy Peak. Here we go, Freezeezy Peak. First thing I want to do is to go and learn the running shoes move. Then, yeah, I'm out of here. I'll be back. You thought I was going to get most of it done now? Nah, I'll be back for that. Just wanted the running shoes for Gobi's Valley. Since that's done, I go on over to the real next area, Gobi's Valley. Gobi's Valley was an interesting playthrough here. I know where most everything is at. I finally get all the moves, which gets me the Move Master achievement. That's at least something to note here. Not the only thing though. I make it to the maze in the pyramid and have to find a 1-up. Doing so cost me quite a bit. At 91 notes, I end up losing a life and needing to get all the notes. Again. So I collect all the notes, and when I almost have them, I end with 99. Fortunately, I found it pretty easily. Look at that. How did I miss it? So once again, I go back to the maze in the pyramid. I finally find the 1-up I was looking for and get the Gobi's Valley is easy for sure achievement. Having finished Gobi's Valley, it is now back to Freezeezy Peak. There really isn't anything too hard about this area at all. The collecting is rather simple. Getting the lights to the tree is much easier than you'd think because all you have to do is hit one enemy, and quickly go to a position on the box. Then the lights will just go through there without the enemies eating them. Nice trick, eh? Getting the Mumbo tokens are fairly easy here as well. Notes are easy. Just relax. This is a special area. I love the Christmas area.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow.
Anyway, I transform into a walrus and get the Banjo the Cute Walrus achievement. I get all the 1-ups located in the area to get the Freezeezy's Igloo Isn't Square achievement. I then transform back into Banjo, enter a race with Boggy, and control the rubber banding to win the race. I do this both times. Rubber banding with Boggy is easy to control. After having collected everything I could think of, it's time to exit. Before I make my way to the 450 note door, I go up a bit further and activate a cauldron. After that, I open the door to get the saxophone achievement. I continue on and open up Mad Monster Mansion. This is the next area I need to go to, so I make my way over there, and I don't forget to break down the large door before I enter. The amazing Mad Monster Mansion. It's glorious, especially for those that like that time of the year. Nothing too spectacular. I know the area for the most part, so finding everything is pretty simple. I once again get the achievement for getting the 1-ups. Monster Mansion gives you a scare. I transform into a pumpkin and get the Banjo the Pumpkin achievement. I make it to the end of completion here and I'm missing a note. Damn it! Where did I miss it now? Well, thanks to Resman, he pointed me in the right direction. Shoutouts to him. How I missed notes, I'll never know. Former speedrunner, everybody. So, I grab the note, transform back into the pumpkin, go to Mumbo in the lair, smash the switch, and finally continue on to the second Cheeto area. Making sure I'm careful not to fall because it is hard to see. Talking to Cheeto grants me the Red Feathers cheat and gets me the Fine Feathered Cheat achievement. The next events to happen are as follows. Go to hit another switch to raise the water level again, open up Rusty Bucket Bay, then go to hit another switch to raise the water temporarily. Doing so grants me access to the last Cheeto achievement, which gives me the Gold Feathers cheat and the Last Cheat achievement. I activate another cauldron and take it. I decide to go back to Treasure Trove Cove and activate the cheats. After doing that, I head to the Click Clock Woods area, opening the 640 note door and getting the Xylophone achievement. I activate the cauldron here and check to see how many notes I need to open the door to Furnace Fun. While I'm here, I also activate the jigsaw puzzle to enter Click Clock Wood later on. I then make my way to Rusty Bucket Bay and hope I don't fall in the engine room. It can be a nightmare. Rusty Bucket Bay wasn't a level I was looking forward to. I have experience with it, but it's still annoying with the engine room. I was doing well, having a good time. Then, I was missing some notes, so I assumed the engine room was where I was missing them. I go there, line myself up to get a better look, and... Yeah, oh well. I grabbed the notes rather quickly, this time knowing I got them all. Also getting a 1-up I haven't got before, getting one step closer to that achievement as well. Soon after, I got all the notes. I get the Rusty Bucket is a Tinker achievement from getting all the lives in the level. I now leave to Furnace Fun, opening up the 765 note door, which gets me the Welcome to the World's Greatest Game Show achievement. Now in the game show, I activate the cauldron in the back. Then I move through the quiz. Now, there is a reason I wanted to get through this in a single run. I already know all of the answers due to a program that I used to break it down for me, so I was able to easily get through those questions. That's not to say that I didn't have a few failed attempts for other reasons. Anyway, I progressed through and get the Quiz Master achievement. So, I get to enjoy the credits now. The game is beaten. Okay, so there is a fake out. It's not the real ending to this game. I will be going to do that in a while, but not yet. I have a few things I want to do first, one of which I'll do before ending stream. That is activating the final cauldron. This gets me warping around. With that, I'll be saving whatever I need to be done for the next time I play this game. Click Clock Wood is divided into 4 sections, one for each season. It is the same level, just with different seasons. Not much changes. There can be water in one season, then no water in the next depending on the season. It's an overall long level to go through. I tackled this by the section. The main thing that I did was make sure I got everything by the season, all the notes and Mumbo tokens. After I was almost done, I finally transformed into the bee to get the Banjo Wants Honey achievement. Getting all the Jiggies in Grunty's lair gets me the Grunty's lair achievement, and getting all the Jiggies in the game gets me the Pieces of a Puzzle achievement. Still though, I need to collect all Mumbo tokens as I'm missing a few. Where to find them though? That made me study some. The first thing I noticed was something in Freezeezy Peak. There was a Mumbo token high above a chimney that I didn't get.
Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Next was Mad Monster Mansion. I looked all over for this one. I retraced all of my steps, went everywhere I could think of, and still had a hard time finding this one. I read that it was in a small alcove next to the pond. That made me search so much to find an alcove that eluded me. Like, where is that damn token? After what seemed like forever, I finally found it. There. Right there. That is so wrong that it's placed there. That is like less than 1% of the level. The only place I didn't walk. Well, at least it was found. Last on the list for Mumbo tokens, Rusty Bucket Bay. Fortunately, these were easy finds for the most part. The first one I missed was at the first toll, Toll 2. Spit 2 eggs in there, then 4 more after. Go over the pathway and jump up to get it. And the final one was a bit more hidden. Break this window here, jump up on top of this bed, and go around to the other side. Well, there it is. Not in view of the camera at all. Completely hidden away. That gets me the Bright Skull achievement. Now, getting the lives in Click Clock Wood is a bit of a hassle. I'm not going to go over all the locations and awards. There are multiple in each season that you need to pick up, some in the same location as they were in other seasons. In every season, you'll have to go to the top of the tree and enter the door for many of them. In total, there are 12. It's a bit irritating that you do have to go throughout the seasons and get them, but I made it quicker by looking it up and going directly to them. Getting all the lives gets me the Click Clock Wood's Winter is Dull achievement. Now I can finally leave Click Clock Wood and go get another achievement, the one for getting all lives in Grunty's lair. The achievement isn't that hard. I used a guide to find all the locations since I normally don't go for the lives in the first place. Getting all the lives in Grunty's lair gets me the "Is it this? Now let me think. What is Grunty's favorite drink?" achievement. With that, I end the stream. I wait to go up against Grunty and get the rest of the achievements next time. I'm not sure how difficult Grunty will be, but I will find out. This is the fight of all fights, the final thing standing in my way of mastering this game. I mean, aside from all the other achievements. The fight with Grunty can be handled quite easily. I won't go into too much detail, but there are ways to make this fight easier. The most challenging part by far is the flying part. Sometimes it feels like she can just hit you no matter what you do. That's not necessarily the case through maybe the 4 times I fought her to get this achievement. All of her fireball attacks are pseudo-homing and one that is straight up homing. All can be easily dodged. I finish the fight and get the Witch Exterminator, Ginginator, and What's a Hollow Honeycomb achievements. Initially, anyway. After the credits roll, there is another cutscene. If you have collected all the Jakies, you get to see what Mumbo has been holding out on. This also unlocks the achievement, Mystery Unsolved. I wanted to get an achievement out of the way that I didn't get before due to negligence on my part. I have to go back to Clanker's Cavern for that. And to get this achievement, I need to start a new file. So I do. I go through Spiral Mountain, to Grunty's Lair, to Mumbo's Mountain, to Treasure Trove Cove for the spring move. Then I finally head on over to Clanker's Cavern. All I have to do here is swim quickly down to the key and free him before I run out of air. For this, I get the Steel Lungs achievement. This leads me on the Honeycomb search. First off, getting them all in Spiral Mountain. They can all be easily found as well, so it's easy. This gives me the Spiral Mountain achievement. Mumbo went quickly. It's on top of the totem pole and in the alcove above the water. For Treasure Trove Cove, there is one in the water near the start by the mini-boss crustacean, and one way out in the water above the crate. In Clanker's Cavern, there is one underneath an open pipe, and one more hidden below a grate above the water. For Bubblegloop Swamp, there is one in the Tip Top Orchestra, and another inside Mumbo's hut near the ceiling in the center. In Gobi's Valley, Gobi the Camel has one, and for the other, you will need to hit a switch, then fly and go through the circular cactus to get it. In Freezeezy Peak, you'll need to destroy Sir Slush to reveal the one it has been hiding and then get the one in the walrus's igloo. For Mad Monster Mansion, there is one located in the cathedral high above and another located in the second floor window. Go in there and it's below the floorboards. You need to be a pumpkin to get it. For Rusty Bucket Bay, there is one located right before you go through the engine room and another hidden where a Jinjo and a shark is located. Find the entrance, go to the switch and hit it, then fly up and get the revealed Honeycomb. For Click Clock Wood, you go to Nabnut's house. There is a window high above his entrance. Fly up and smash it or use an egg to destroy it like I did. Then enter it and grab the Honeycomb inside. The last one is located in the icy water where Naughty's house is. Swim under and get into his house to find the last Honeycomb piece. I get all the respective achievements for completing their levels and not the Honeycombs itself. Yet. Finally, to complete getting all the Honeycombs upgraded, I insert 4 Jiggies into the last puzzle to get the Show Me the Honey achievement. With all that done and all this talk about Jiggies and puzzles, where are the puzzles? Well, they are there. Go back to Banjo's house and look at the picture of bottles to play mini games that involve completing the puzzles. Complete them all to get all the codes you need for them. Some of the puzzles are a bit daunting, and some might say that it is the final boss of this game because they can be a bit of a challenge the more you complete. After getting all the codes, it is time to enter them in the sandcastle floor. Now I won't go over all of the codes, but this is what happened. I entered the various codes I got from bottles to get the achievements Big Head Banjo, Big Hands and Feet, Big Kazooie, Slim Banjo, and Strange Banjo. I did miss doing one puzzle that Galaxius and my brother Cajun Kishi pointed out to me, so I had to go back and do that one. Unfortunately, it's a rough one. It took me quite a few tries, but I got it and the achievement, Jigsaw Maker, with it. For the first time ever in my life, I get to collect all the Stop and Swap items. It's a nice little treat I get to have. The Stop and Swap was always something that was mysterious and is still legendary to this day. Now we know how it works, but not what the original plan for the items was going to be. After all the adventuring and good memories I have of this game, it still holds up amazingly, and this is the best treat I could have asked for. For getting all the Stop and Swap items, I get the Stopped and Swapped achievement, as well as the Master. It was a grand adventure, and one I'm sure I will not stop playing through in my late years even. It wasn't a hard game, but a fun one. Not every game I play needs to be hard, but one that I can find enjoyment in as well. If you're looking to play a nice classic style set with all of the bells and whistles, a platformer at that, then I definitely recommend this set. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Do you have an achievement set that you would like me to try and master? Let me know in the comments below.